My earliest memory is riding in my grandfather's boat, arm over the side, hand in the spray. I've spent much of the rest of my life chasing this feeling. All of that has led to this, the wooden boat experience. Behind me is where the lineman usually sits, right over there. And it's starting to snow, and I was thinking today about how, oh, it's terrible, it's wintertime. And somebody from Australia sent me a message and said, oh, I'm having lunch and it's summertime. And I'm thinking, oh, he's got it better than me. But always remember, no matter how bad you think it is, it could be worse.
Life keeps spinning, no one's winning. Are we ever gonna stop pretending that there's no ending, there's no mending? When is this bubble gonna pop?
Welcome to the wooden boat experience. It's just about ready to have the metal put on. As soon as I get these three things taken care of here and put a fascia and one more 1x6 nailer down across here, and then putting the roof on is the easy part, the metal. It's all the other stuff that's hard. Well, I ran out of the long screws, so the ridge cap doesn't have all the screws in it. I had to use an old piece that I had left over from the barn in two places here, but that is a roof that is on there, and as soon as I get the long screws on tomorrow, I'll put the rest of those in, but that's buttoned up. Now I got to do the end. I just would like to thank everybody. No matter how you choose to support the WBE, the Wooden Boat Experience Tool Campaign is almost over. It ends early Sunday morning. So if you want one of the limited edition shirts, you should order soon. Any support is great. Joining Patreon, buying merchandise, sharing videos, liking, subscribing, or commenting on the videos. It all helps me to produce these videos. And it all makes the Wooden Boat Experience bigger and better. I'm Scott.ouderkirk, just saying thank you. I'm thinking it's been way too long since we've seen shiny boats.
Be an in-water boat, though it's perfectly capable.
So I don't get to drive it.
Probably not.
Damn it. So just pull that pin out. This is Guy Lombardo's famous Tempo 5 225 class hydroplane. Lombardo was the U.S. national champion from 1946 to 1949. This Gray Marine Flathead 6 seems to have some interesting race modifications. And there you have 3 new reasons to visit the Antique Boat Museum. Now don't worry, I've still been working on the Chris Craft. Let's update on that. I know I mentioned this before. Get some of this extra fairing compound off the sandpaper here. But the 2-part epoxy fairing compound and the 2-part epoxy primer is not going to like going over the top of 1-part paint. And I'm going to have to assume that any paint left on this boat that hasn't already been taken off, the deep stuff, is 1-part paint. So if there's any areas like this right here, or here where it's down below, it's got to be faired for sure. I'm going to go through with a nice brand new scraper blade, give that just a little bit of a scrape to get the bulk of it off. Back in here with the sander, getting continuously longer strokes as I go, so I'm not making a dent. And that's a pain in the neck, but it's doing 2 things. If you put the 2-part paint on top of the 1-part, you may have problems later on. So you're getting rid of that problem, but you're also smoothing that out. You're getting a little bit more sanding done. Every time I go over one of these spots and I go up a grit in number, which is down in roughness, I'm making this a little fairer and a little smoother. Now, if I was using just a palm sander, I could be causing a problem because I'd be in one area too much. But with a flat sander, oh, let me get this phone. With this flat sander by hand, I'm not. So again, I'm coming through with a nice, clean, brand new scraper blade. This is a carbide blade, which works really well. Get the bulk of that off so I'm not killing myself sanding too much. Let's get rid of that 1-part paint and make this nice and smooth. Now, I don't want this to look like a plastic boat by any means. I want this boat to still look like it's wood. And you'd have to really go crazy if you wanted to make this look like it wasn't wood anymore. That's not my goal. A super glossy shine is not my goal. That's not what this boat's about. I don't want to worry about it every time I take it out, but I want it to look good. And these are the steps I'm taking to make it look good. So I'm going to dress the rest of this, a little bit more sanding. All this white residue will be gone, but there's a couple heavy areas here and here that I need to take care of. I know I keep saying this, and I'm not sure if it shows on the camera, but we are coming farther and farther along. And it is taking longer on this side than I thought, but I forgot just how bad this area right here was. I checked out some updates over at Wooden Boat Restoration with Mike Mahoney. As you can see, the transom was a little rough, but man, it looks great now. Now keep this to yourself, but while I was there, Mike showed me the original Hutchinson stain formula. Shh. Certainly a bit of improvement on this project. Man, look at this beautiful 1940s Hutchinson lapstrake. Remind me about this boat the next time I'm complaining about how much sanding I've been doing. This has been the Wooden Boat Experience. I'm Scott.ouderkirk. Last chance on the Bonfire Shirt campaign. Head over to bonfire.com and check out the Wooden Boat Experience Tool Campaign. I'll see you next week.